Hey, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Great. How's your Friday going?
It's going good. It's been relaxing. Not too much going on.
That's great. That's great. So, can you introduce yourself here? Who is Sharp Cosplays?
Me. So I'm SharpCosplays. I do cosplay content, dressing up, going to conventions, and having fun.
Okay. Um, so what got you into cosplay?
Well, 6 months ago, I decided to go to an anime convention with a couple of my friends, and I really fell in love with it there, seeing all the different costumes and seeing how much work and effort everybody put into their designs. And I really wanted to try. I had always loved doing makeup and hair, so I wanted to try my hand at doing cosplay makeup and wigs and things along the lines of that.
That's cool, cause I know I've been in a run with a few cosplayers myself. I know they have like specific, backstories to say, hey, what got you into cosplay? All these great characters you see in TV shows and animation, and they have some very interesting stories to tell me from their perspective how they got to where they are now, especially since they're like trending on like social media platforms and how they engage with the anime community as well. So so just stuff to like ask. So I want there's one question I wanted to ask you. Was there a specific moment when you realized, hey, this is more than a hobby. This is part of who I am.
Whenever I first did my Mary cosplay, which is the first cosplay I've ever done, and I did photos, I kind of realized this is what I want to do. This is something that's a part of me. I really enjoy doing it. Um, and it really made me happy to embody her as a character because I love her so much. And that's my goal with cosplay is to embody the characters that I love to the best of my ability.
Okay. Cause I know cause sometimes I think people are just I don't think you notice, but I think cosplayers are more focused these days on just the art of it instead of just being standing
Mhm.
out. Like I think hey, some of the people today who do cosplaying, they just want to be seen when that's really not the case at all. Because they kind of
Mhm.
feel like, well, shoot, it's just noise in the background, but what's there afterwards? Like
Yeah,
what's the story behind of why I'm doing all this? Have you ever felt that way a little bit?
I've it's kind of hard to say. My account grew very quickly and I'm extremely grateful for it. But it was definitely a shock at first because I just started posting for fun, and then now, about 7 months later, I'm over 1,000 followers on Instagram, which I'm really grateful for. And it was just kind of a big shock at first. I'm like, wow, my cosplays are getting that much attention. So I started like trying to focus on that as well as having fun. And yeah.
Yeah, I think yeah, that's really nice you say that because I think what most people are doing these days, we're just doing it just for the love and passion of what we like doing. Like any kind of like art or something, whether it's like writing a script, voice acting. I have been in contact with a few tattoo artists. I might be talking to them at a later time, but they just do it because they love the art of it, not just to stand out.
Yeah, and that's something, especially with cosplay too, it's so much hard work. You have to put so much time into makeup, hair, costumes, photo shoots. If you don't really like it, it'll show, you know?
hmm Like make sure when you go into something new, make sure that you know why you're doing it. If you don't know why you're doing it, then don't do it. Like
Yeah.
find something else. Find another purpose in life that'll make you happy, and it will
Mhm.
tell out your whole story in the end.
Yeah.
So, all right, on to the next one. So what's your creative process like when you start a new cosplay? Do you just meditate, take the time to like think about it, brainstorm? What's your thought process?
So whenever I find a character that I really like, I immediately know I want to cosplay that character. And how I usually start up looking like I watch the show again, and then I start looking up inspiration. I draw sketches of the character, I draw detailed, like I look up photos and references on Pinterest, and I really get into that creative zone that's going to help me make my cosplay look the best that it can.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes when I like do something new, like okay, let's say for example, I think you saw that I was at Bow Matsuri 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's what I did was since February, I think it was when one of the voice actors, his name is Maurizio Ortiz Segura, who did Guio in the fourth My Hero Academia movie. He saw he saw my videos. I think some of the voice actors liked the videos I've been putting out because I kept tagging them and all the stuff. Emily Neves, who I met, she's very nice, a very amazing lady. She liked all the videos I've been talking about, like breaking down the conventions and the do's and don'ts mostly. I think going forward, before I go to a new convention, I have to like, okay, me, I need to take some time to brainstorm and research all this information, because this was the first time I had like all my equipment on me. Like last year I came in unprepared because I didn't have all my
Hmm.
equipment. I just came in clueless. I was an amateur, but hey, it's part of the learning process, right?
You
So
got to learn somewhere.
exactly. So I took the time for the last since March to June. I've been doing a lot of research on the convention, the people that's going to be there, and like what to expect. I had like my GoPro camera with me, my Rode microphone wireless. This is the wireless go-to I'm using right now to talk with you. The other one's like for like my mobile phone for on the go reels and stuff.
Hmm.
So I have two types of equipment. This can be used for like at home sit down interviews like I'm doing with you right now, and the other one's for like on the go stuff for when I want to do like videos for YouTube or something. But yeah, lately I just been doing a lot of research and just covering in the things that I need to do in order to like make all this happen.
Yeah.
Listen, the most important part in life is when before you go somewhere or like go out of the country or go anywhere else, make sure you do your research. Otherwise, you'll be surprised when you get there.
Yes, you got to learn. You have to learn before you do, you know?
Right, definitely got to learn because you just can't go and just be like, oh, I'll learn this on the fly or something. No, you gotta do your research beforehand. I mean,
Yes.
like it's how we got through school. We gotta study, research this stuff. Same thing for like any life goals that we're trying to accomplish. Me myself, I'm back in school trying to do cybersecurity, so I'm like
Oh,
researching.
that's amazing.
So yeah, cause I graduated 4 years ago. It was no wait, I graduated 2 years ago. It was for digital media production and journalism. Now, I had to
Yeah.
learn the hard way. While I do like media, sometimes the job industry can be a little bit limited in that section.
Yes.
So I had to say to myself, okay, what can I do in the meantime until something big comes up? So that's why I went back in school and do cybersecurity, because basically I be on my computer 24/7 doing like Twitch or something. So I just kind of figured, hey, cybersecurity people, they make like a lot of money like throughout the years, like 150K. So I was
Yeah, they
like,
make good money.
hey, why not just go back to school and try to get something extra? And the media stuff can wait for a while. Because here's the thing: after
Hmm.
we finish, after I'm done on here, it's probably going to be a while until the next one. So, gotta find something to
Yeah,
occupy my time. Right now, I'm
that's
just.
very
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
oh, that's very important.
Yeah, like I gotta treat. I think right now this is just a hobby until it turns into
Mhm.
something bigger. I believe it will turn into something bigger, but in the meantime, gotta have something to fund all this stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing too. I start school in August for special education, and it's something I'm really passionate about, and it'll give me that stability to actually fund doing cosplay.
Yeah, of course. You gotta make sure you have something to
Yes.
just to keep you going. So, do you make everything yourself, or do you mix crafting with pre-made pieces?
I try to mix crafting with pre-made pieces just because right now I'm saving up to afford a really good sewing machine, but I have two costumes that I'm making completely from scratch right now. Just starting with the smaller pieces and really building up.
Okay. So basically it's a mixture of both. So you're trying to like make
Hmm.
sure cuz I know like you want to make sure that you take the time and say, "Hey, this was made by me. I took the time to do this, not just purchasing something offline and just be like, I got this from this store or whatnot." Cuz you're trying to the way you're doing this, you're trying to make sure that it's me. This is who I am. Not
Yes.
trying to borrow anyone else's ideas or something. I just want to make sure like what can I do that makes it feel like it's me?
Hmm.
So now listen, I never got into the whole cosplay thing. I tried in 2021. It just wasn't for me. So
Yeah.
I decided to find something else to just something to do to cover like cosplaying and these conventions. So that's why I went into like doing media stuff like this,
Hmm.
and have these conversations. But yeah, it's nice that you have like a mutual mindset saying that this was created by me, but you can also like take some like you can like do some research on the character like, okay, this is what she looks like. How can I like transform that into like my version?
Hmm. Yes.
So so what's the most challenging cosplay you've ever done? And how did you pull it off?
The Misa cosplay I most recently did. I love her. One of my favorite characters. Love Death Note. That wig is so challenging to pull off. I tried styling it completely from scratch. I got a base wig, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. It's a long wig, but I can. And then it didn't turn out the exact way I wanted. The bangs were a little too short, ponytails were a little crooked, but I tried to make it work to the best of my ability. And if I ever redo her, I will do a better job.
Okay. I haven't watched that show yet. How good is it?
Oh, it's so good. It was my first anime that I've ever watched. I highly recommend it. It's amazing.
Wow, I might need to add that to my watch list. I think you saw that I already met AJ Beckles and Abby Trott 2 weeks ago. So
Yeah,
I was saying I wasn't a huge fan of Dawn to Dawn, but I told him maybe you guys could educate me on it a little. So I was like, well, guess I'm adding Dawn to Dawn to my watch list when I get home.
it's so good. I really like it.
Okay, I'll make sure to check out Death Note. I'll add it to my watch list. Thing is, I'm watching like animes back to back. Not listen. I'm trying to go as you can see right now. Well, you can't see. Well, I'm wearing I'm wearing my Dragon Ball shirt right here with Goku and Vegeta. So
Oh
because
yeah.
because Dragon Ball's been my thing since I was a kid. Goku's my favorite character growing up. Because I was like, that's me right there. That could be me. Just
Yeah,
never
it could
know.
be.
I mean, Vegeta's okay. I mean, just he always has a chip on his shoulder throughout the series. I mean, but that's him. I mean, I can't.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's always like some like rivals out there. Goku and Vegeta rivals. Naruto, Sasuke. Who else? Ichigo and I forgot his name. He has the red hair. I have to go back and watch the show. I haven't seen Bleach in a while. You also got Sonic and Shadow. There's always Deku and Bakugo. There's always rivals out there. Sometimes the
Hmm.
main character gets it's like they get challenged by their like counterparts or something. Like they're like
Yeah.
hero counterparts. But but hey, in the end, they still learn to work together, even though they have differences. So, um, do you have a dream cosplay or character you still haven't tackled yet?
My dream cosplay, I'm actually working on her for Little Rock Comic Con in September, is Sailor Mercury from Sailor Moon. She's my favorite character of all time. I want to do her justice, so I'm really taking my time with her.
Okay, I look forward to seeing that one. I
I'm
don't.
so excited.
I have been in contact with a few people who did cosplay Sailor Moon. I was at Anime Inc. Con in my hometown, Savannah. They cosplay as Sailor Moon, and I told them, "How good is that show?" Because I'm adding that to my watch list. I did meet Katie Griffin, who was like one of the voices in Sailor Moon. I forgot the name. If I can just pull it up, but it's on my profile if you want to take a look at that. But that was back in February when they had Savannah Animazing. But yeah, I was like, well, shoot, since I'm meeting her, Sailor Moon, and now Megan Thee Stallion in cosplay as Sailor Moon, I guess I better add that to my list to watch. I think what's going to happen is when I circle around the Dragon Ball Z again, I'll watch Sailor Moon first because like
Yeah,
90s anime and stuff. I'm trying to watch more of the 90s stuff too because the 90s were amazing back in the day as well. Thing
yeah, they
is,
had some good animes.
I was born in 2000, so I really couldn't I couldn't do nothing. So it's laws of the universe. So
And the voice actor for Sailor Mercury will be at Little Rock Comic Con, so I'm really hoping to meet her.
oh yeah, hey listen. If you're going to meet these guys at these conventions, make sure I've been in contact with CelebWorks. They work in California. That's
Hmm.
because here's the thing. And I had a conversation with Anarius Quinones, who voices Mirako in My Hero Academia. I told him, so now I understand why, because most of these studios like CelebWorks, Crunchyroll, Marvel Studios, they're like all based. They're based on the West Coast, like where you are right now. You're on the Western Coast. So
Yes.
that's what I'm thing is. I mean, I'm close to Atlanta. That's like a big media hub, but some of the people go to Atlanta for like any like because Georgia does do a lot of filming in Atlanta. And there are some studios in Atlanta, but that's just like one little media hub. The bigger stuff is in
Yeah.
California if you want to go there.
I need to. I'm so far. I'm based in Arkansas, so it's a little bit far from everything.
I think we'll both make it there one day.
One day we will.
Um, how has cosplay a help you grow as a person outside of conventions and costumes?
I think it's really helped me explore more of that creative side that I needed to explore within myself. It's helped me become more open-minded with because with cosplay you can't just have like a set plan. Sometimes things fall apart. Sometimes you forget something. You have to kind of make do with what you have. Um like with my Rem cosplay, I forgot one of the bobby pins for my hair back at the hotel, and I forgot like at my house, and I forgot like the hairpiece, and I had to just make it work. um, but it's really helped me go with the flow more in my own personal life.
Okay, I understand. Yeah, I totally get what you're coming from. I was in the same boat too. When I didn't have all my stuff with me, I just couldn't go to a convention on that weekend because I didn't have all the equipment that I needed. And
Hmm.
so the last 4 months I've been making some round trips to stores, getting like in Amazon, making sure I had all the stuff I need because I was like, well shoot, people don't tell me what they're using these days, and I was like, I gotta do my own research. So I
Yeah.
just back in like after so here's the thing after Savannah Animation in February, I've been using my Sony 4K camera, but I know I can't be taking photos all the time. Plus I put photography back on the shelf for now. Long story short, but since Animation, I was like, okay, what else am I missing here? There's got to be something else I'm missing. So I've been doing some research, and I saw that people are using GoPro cameras these days, whether it's like the
Hmm.
GoPro 12 or the 10. So I got the latest one that came out last year in the fall, which was the GoPro 13 Hero Black. And it shoots in
Yeah.
like 4K video and 5K. So now I started a new series called Interaction with Voice Actors. It's where I go to like conventions and have conversations with voice actors. Um, they like they saw that I was all teched out and all prepared. Like, listen, I made the mistake of not like doing my research before I just go to these things. But now it's like I'm fully prepared now because
Hmm.
like I said before, I came in clueless when I was at MomoCon last year.
Yeah.
So that's why you see me. I got all these Rode products, this microphone, the GoPro camera, everything else. So yeah, everything's working out so far for me. Just need to keep the
That's
momentum up,
good.
and don't forget to keep doing your research.
Yes.
Keep doing your research. It's going to help you in the long run. Um, what life lessons have you learned through your creative journey?
Um really to interact with more people and to step out of my comfort zone. It's really going to conventions and meeting a bunch of people. It's really helped me. I'm more of a shy kind of person. Um, so it helped me really get to talk and get to know to so many different people that cosplay all different types of characters, and it's really helped me.
Yeah, I think I had that. I think we all trying to get out and just meet more people. Like lately, when I go to conventions and I talk to people, I told them, "Hey, this is what I'm doing in life. Just trying to make sure I'm be able to sustain myself for a long time." When I went to Bowman City, there were some familiar faces. There was one girl who recognized me from high school, and I was like, "Oh, it's been a long time. I haven't seen you in a while." And yeah, they just knew what I was doing. They they know that I'm trying to do all these videos just for the art and passion of it. They know I'm trying to like make sure I have a career to keep this kind of stuff going. I think, but yeah,
Yeah.
the main thing is just make those connections that will last you for a long time, you know. And who knows, you might get hooked up to bigger people who like do this kind of stuff. I met so when I talked to some of the voice actors and everything, I told them what I'm doing, starting this new podcast. They said they'd be down to talk to me.
That would be great.
So, but like I said, there's still a few roadblocks I have to clear before I talk to them. So
Yeah.
I gave them some of my business cards and everything. They like the stuff I've been putting out. So just making sure I have those opportunities to talk to them. They have to. There's probably I know they have to talk to their agents first before they can speak to me. But I'll figure that part out when the time comes. But at least on the bright side, they know what I'm trying to do. Just keep putting yourself out there. Don't and listen. Keep doing what you like, but don't lose yourself in it. Because that has happened to a lot of people before. People lose themselves in it, and they forget about what actually matters in life.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind. You never know. Um, do you ever feel like cosplay helped you find your voice or confidence in real life?
It definitely has. It really has helped me, find that confidence in myself that I needed to find. And, dressing up as another character made me feel more confident just being myself.
That's great. Cause I know sometimes I think there was a video that I watched. I think it was about Pedro Pascal. You know, he's Mr. Fantastic in Fantastic Four movie coming up, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. He was saying like the reason is we tell these stories, just to just to fight back against all the crazy stuff that's going on in the world today. He just kept saying like, we the reason why we make these films, we tell these stories so people can understand like it makes us shape us into better people than we were before.
Hmm.
And I think with you cosplaying, you feel like, hey, I'm cosplaying because I'm telling my story here, and
Yeah.
it makes me stronger every day. And that's the same thing when I'm doing here with talking to you guys, putting out my YouTube page and everything, doing these video game walkthroughs. I'm trying to express myself and show you what I'm doing, showing my
Yeah.
characteristics, and just want people to enjoy themselves and just just be themselves.
Great. I think you're doing a great thing.
So, because I know the last 6 years I was just so focused on standing out that I
Hmm.
forgot what I was really supposed to be focused on. So I mean,
Yeah.
I'm still carrying with that with me today, but I'm also learning to cope with it and know what can I do differently now that now that you understand that this is happening.
Yeah.
And I
It's
think that
better to
go ahead.
it's better to do your own thing and be happy with it than stand out, As long as you're happy with what you're doing and you're confident in it, that's all that matters.
And truth be told, some of the stuff that we're doing, I mean, we're we're all gonna age at some point. We can't do this
Mhm.
forever, but let's just focus on what we can do for now.
Yeah.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Um, have there been moments where you felt like giving up, like, and what kept you going?
There has been. There's been a few moments where I'm like, this is a lot. I don't know if I can handle it. I don't know if I can keep going. And what kind of kept me going on is the nice messages I've gotten from the people that follow me and the encouragement that they've given me. It really kept me wanting to keep cosplay, knowing that someone appreciates and likes the cosplays that I'm doing.
It's nice to receive those messages.
It really is. I love them so much.
It's I think that's what people like. I think that's something you know. You have a support system. It's important to have a support system that supports you in whatever you're doing. Family back here, they're supporting with what I'm doing these videos and stuff, going back to school, trying to do like cybersecurity certificate. As long as you got a support system that can tell you you got this, you got more stuff going through your mind than you realize, and sometimes there are some moments when you feel like I should just give up. But I think what people can understand, it's okay to take a break if you're tired.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you noticed in season 6 of My Hero Academia, Deku was so focused on trying to get to All for One, but All Might was starting to he's starting to lose his sex successor because of what All for One said to him, because he didn't want anyone else getting hurt. But
Yeah.
All Might told him, "Don't work too hard. It's okay to take a break if you're tired." So, but I think that's what most people need to understand. Like, go enjoy life for a bit. Come back to it when you're ready. We're not going anywhere. Focus on your mental health.
Yes.
And,
That's the most important.
you know, go see a therapist. Sometimes people going to therapy, it does help. Therapy does help a lot of people. Just go find a local therapist and then just talk to them. Anything that helps you maintain your sanity.
Yeah, anything that'll help you get going throughout the day and you can't pour from an empty cup. So you got to fill your own cup before you give anything to anyone else.
Exactly. Um so and going back off of this previous conversation, do you feel like cosplay is a form of therapy or self-expression for you?
It's definitely both. I love the self-expression side to it because I get to do something I really like, which is doing my makeup and my hair. And that's something that's always calmed me down. Even, out of cosplay, I'm always coloring my hair or doing something new to it. So getting to style wigs and doing makeup, that's a big form of self-expression for me, but it's also therapeutic in a way because I get to relax and I get to think and I get to calm down and just kind of focus on that.
That's great. Cause going with what you were just saying there have been there's another guy that I saw. His name is Tizzy Ant. He was saying it's not like I'm in therapy. He was like, wait a second. As a matter of fact, come with me right quick. So he took us to the tattoo shop where he found a local tattoo artist, and he was like, I need some therapy. Got some time? So he gave him a tattoo and just talked. And they
Hmm.
had so tattoos kind of like therapy. I know a few tattoo artists down here in Savannah, and they know who I am because I was at the Anime Ink Con, and they sometimes
Yeah.
they do therapy for customers who walk in.
Yeah.
Yeah, tattooing can be therapy, writing, you know, doing business, working, anything you do, illustrating, writing, voice acting, that can be therapy too. You just don't know it till you do it.
Yeah.
So, and I think you cosplaying also counts. Taking the time to realize, hey, I'm just want to work. It helps me take stress off of the day. So, and I know you had some days where you feel like, well, shoot, maybe I should brainstorm a new cosplay to just take my mind off of things.
Yes.
Yeah, because you had those moments. You just want to just brainstorm for a bit.
I just want to sit and I just want to Google images of these characters and I just want to brainstorm for like an hour or two.
Great. Are there parts of your personality that come out more when you're in character?
I'm not sure. I'm a very smiley person, so I kind of have trouble doing more serious characters. So I kind of stick to doing the more bubbly type of characters, but I'm changing that up with the new cosplay. that I'm working on. Um, so I think that part of me definitely comes out.
Okay. I mean, but you say you're a happy person. I mean,
Yeah.
so either way, you're still showing like your positive attitude when come out when you're doing all these cosplays that you're creating, and I think that's good that people can see that. I was like, hey, she's a very nice person to talk to and hang out with, maybe share some insights or like connections with. You
Thank
never know,
you.
and I think that's nice that you're doing all that stuff. Just no matter how bad like a day gets, you stay true to yourself. You
I
know,
try my best.
so So, one last question. How do you balance your cosplay life with your personal life or career?
So that's something I kind of struggle with is balancing, especially since I'm starting school in August. So I'll be working, school, and doing cosplay. So I'm going to have to learn how to balance everything.
Mm-hmm.
Once I get kind of hooked on something, it's really hard for me to stop. I'm very bad at multitasking. So I have to learn how to focus on multiple things at a time.
Yeah, that can be challenging. And I know it's not easy for everyone to do. Shoot, even my dad doesn't believe in multitasking. Just whatever works like for certain people. But I think me myself, I'm kind of having a strong too. I've been doing Duolingo for 200 days.
Oh,
And I still don't even know a full sentence because I've been focused on trying to finish this program.
yeah.
Because next year I'm gonna be making a trip to Japan. There are some tech jobs out there I want to go check out.
Oh, I'm going to Japan next year too.
Everybody's going to Japan. Oh my god, I'm so jealous right. I'm so jealous right now. I'm sorry. I'm just laughing just a little bit. Everybody's going to Japan. They're saying it's a lot cheaper these days now when you go there. I'm trying to go in like the
Oh yeah.
springtime with cherry blossoms and everything. But yeah, I think what happens is I think all you gotta do is just focus on time management. It's like how do I get
Hmm.
from point A to point B?
Yeah.
Pretty much that kind of scenario. I mean, I don't know how you usually do it. If you want to share how you usually just focus on one thing after the other.
I usually just try to remind myself because I get so excited that I try to start everything at once and then I get frustrated because I'm starting everything at once and then I just take a break. So I have to remind myself, okay, what's the thing I want to do the most first? And then I kind of go down the ladder from there. So I'm start off with something I'm really excited with so I can keep that excitement throughout everything I'm doing.
Okay. Um. So coming to a close here. What message do you hope people take away when they see your work?
To be creative and have fun. It's something that we really need nowadays is for people to have more fun and be more creative and express that side of them.
Definitely. And I think art, creating, doing videos, photos, whatever you're doing, this it's just expressing yourself and your story, like how you see the world and everything. And that's mostly what people do because back then when I was in college, I did 3 documentaries. Talked about mental health, talked about my city's history, and I was talking about
Mhm.
like the importance of any other like important months like Black History Month.
Yeah.
So just certain things we just gotta you know everything we do is how we see the world from our own perspectives. You doing cosplays, how
Mhm.
you see the stuff from your perspective. Me doing these podcast videos and documentaries and other things, vlogging. So I'm telling my story, my perspective. I think that's
Yeah.
what people need to understand. Whatever you do, make sure your story is amazing.
Hmm.
So, but anyway, I think that's all the time we got left. But it was nice talking to you. I hope
Thank
people take a
you.
lot from this conversation and understand that you can do anything that you put your mind to, but you got to walk before you can run. And here's the
Yeah.
thing: even if you don't know what that is yet, some direction is better than no direction.
Exactly.
So, well, anyway, this is Sharp Cosplays. Make sure y'all go check out her profile page. It's Sharp Cosplays, and you'll be able to see all the work. All right. Hey, thanks for being on. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye.